What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and I've got a quick question for you. If politicians in Congress that are in power right now, Democrats, handed you a $2,000 stimulus check in exchange for your vote in midterm elections, would you go for it? Now, what if they made that a $10,000 stimulus check? What about then? Well, we're hearing Republicans are saying that with the executive orders to wipe out student loan debt, that is exactly what Democrats are trying to do, and they're saying it's working, as we're hearing that Biden's approval is increasing as he proposes more stimulus. Now, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. I've got headlines and I've got video footage just coming out. This is your breaking news, stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, first off, before we dive into all the news, I also wanted to say our hearts, our prayers, our thoughts go out to the family of Walter Wayburn. If you don't know him, he is a fellow YouTuber that does stimulus updates. I don't know a whole lot of the YouTubers out there, but I've heard of him. I've heard him mentioned several times in the comments, heard he just passed away. So just wanted to say our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. And in addition to that, we also heard that today, Queen Elizabeth passed away as well. And I'm going to share with you the breaking video footage that just came out on that. Just a small clip it. Stick around to the end. I'll go ahead and show that after the stimulus update for you. And also today, I wanted to release the relief roadmap to everybody. We're going to switch the URL, so all you got to do is go to www.reliefroadmap.com to get access to the comprehensive list of all the stimulus checks, literally over 100 different programs across the nation that I have spent the past 3 months working on every single day. Some nights just working almost through the entire night, several nights in a row, compiling all the information because people don't realize there's programs available. They're only available for a limited amount of time. They can't figure out where to go, where the websites are, who to contact. I've got phone numbers, emails, websites, application forms, everything in one easy to access place on every single level. Federal, state, cities, counties. And for those of you looking for SNAP benefits, those are included in the federal section. So all of it compiled together, you guys, so that way you can access it, because it's very unfortunate that our politicians have not made it simpler and easier. And we're hearing that a lot of this money, in some cases, only 1% is actually going out to help out people. It was made to help people, but they don't have the information to know how to access it. So I've been working on this, poured in so much energy, time, money, effort into this, so much, you guys, and I hope that this is going to be a blessing. And I am going to do a small charge just to try to recoup some of the costs, which if I do, great. If I don't, I felt like this was needed. People just need to know what's available, you guys, and people don't. So I hope it's a blessing to you. I feel like it is. I've already gotten so much positive and encouraging feedback on it, and we're going to open it up to everybody today. I just got to work with some technical support to figure out how to do it. I guess switching the URL is not as easy as I thought. I got to disconnect the old one, put on the new one. But you guys, the plan is to have it ready today. It might be tonight, might be early tomorrow morning, but you'll get access to everything, you guys. So that way people can know what's available, and you can have the confidence, the reassurance of knowing you're not missing out on anything. And I'm going to keep it regularly updated as well. So new programs we're getting word of are popping up. I'm going to be adding them to them. I'll email blast you too, let you know about new states, new programs coming out. And I'll let you know too if your state is not included, because I want this to be the utmost value to you. I know people are hurting, so I'll let you know if we don't have anything on any level for you. I've listed it before. Check out the video where I go through the states included, you guys. So, relief roadmap on the way here very soon, probably in the next 24 hours. But let's dive into these articles, you guys, as we're hearing about Biden spending, and they're saying that this is going to be hurting our economy. Take a look, you guys. How are Dems buying votes? Let us count the ways. And Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell vows to raise the rates to fight inflation until the job is done. We're hearing that this is going to be negatively impacting our economy. You're going to hear him say this is new spending. This is not reallocating existing funds, which we've heard there's over $800 billion on a federal level from previous stimulus packages just sitting there. They are not tapping into those funds. This is new spending. This is going to be hitting us with more inflation. So things they're saying are going to be bumpy. What's coming on the horizon for our economy, it's not looking good, you guys. But we will see, and I will keep you up to date every step of the way, and I'll let you know if any more executive actions come out for more stimulus provisions. As we're hearing, that is the strategy of Democrats right now to win. And we've even heard from Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. he thinks Democrats are going to win. Now, not everybody thinks that, though. If you missed my video earlier this morning, check it out. Massive news coming out. Nancy Pelosi has put in a request to leave her position as Speaker of the House and become an ambassador for the United States in Italy. And this could be an indication that she thinks the midterm elections, they could be going the way of Republicans. Now, we will see you guys, because also, if you missed my video yesterday, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, the Senate is now back in session. He has come out and said, we have done a lot, but we're going to do a whole lot more. You can expect to see more coming out from them. And also, reconciliation is going to be at their disposal once again with the new fiscal year. And we'll see, as they're going to be pushing for provisions, what they decide to come up with, you guys. So let's go ahead and dive right in, though, get you caught up on the latest. Now, before we do, if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything, don't forget to take a quick second, smash the like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And as I mentioned, the Relief Roadmap, www.reliefroadmap.com. You should be able to access the comprehensive list here very soon, you guys. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in and take a look at what Senator John Thune has to say about Joe Biden buying votes and the inflation that it's going to cause.
Well, it was just days, and 8 days to be exact, after the Democrats had touted the deficit reduction in their reckless tax and spending spree, that they did away with all the deficit reduction. The president, with a stroke of the pen, with his student loan forgiveness program, literally added, according to the Penn Wharton budget model, $600 billion to $1 trillion to the debt. So much for deficit reduction. And the idea that this is actually canceled or forgiven is a misnomer. This is simply debt that is being transferred from the 13% of the people in this country who have student loans to the 87% of people in this country who don't have student loans. It's a slap in the face to people who have worked hard to pay their loans off, people who didn't have the opportunity to go to college in the first place, parents who scrimped and saved to get their kids' education paid for, or our vets who can use the GI program to go to school. But the fact of the matter is, what they did is going to be inflationary on so many levels. First and foremost, of course, is college tuition. There isn't anything about this that isn't going to make college tuition go up. What college is going to look at this and say, well, we can just raise tuition because they're just going to wipe out the debt. We'll just raise it by whatever that amount is. And on a more general level, it's going to fuel the inflationary fire that has consumed so many families and households across this country who are paying more literally for everything, from gasoline to utilities to food. Everything in their lives has gone up as a result of inflation. And the Democrats doubled down. They just flat out doubled down on all the spending that they've done, in this case without any vote occurring in the United States Congress. Up to $1 trillion in new debt that is going to be put on the backs of the 87% of the people in this country who don't have student loans and don't have student debt. It is fundamentally unfair to tens of millions of Americans in this country. And the Democrats demonstrated once again they don't care about fiscal responsibility, they don't care about debt or deficit reduction. Right now they care about one thing, and that is buying votes going into a November election.
Man, so there you have it, you guys. Now let me know your thoughts. They said as much as $1 trillion. Now we had heard reports initially that this was going to cost $300 billion. Reports now coming out of $600 billion, and now they're saying up to $1 trillion. Now just to give you some perspective on those prices, the first stimulus check of $1,200 that went out, that was a little bit less than $300 billion of spending. So initially we had heard that rather than sending out $10,000 of student loan forgiveness, they could actually have sent out a $1,200 stimulus check to everybody in the nation, which probably would have increased approval significantly more. And they could have done it by reallocating existing funds. Now, the third stimulus check of $1,400 that went out, that one actually was $400 billion. So it's very possible that he could have actually done a stimulus check. And we're hearing that that has approval of 80% of the population still. 80% of people say, you know what? I could use a fourth federal level stimulus check. Now, we will see you guys. I'll keep you up to date every step of the way. But they're saying that they're doing this to get those votes in the midterms. We will see. I will keep you up to date. Now, in addition to that, as I mentioned, breaking news just coming out. The Queen has passed, Queen Elizabeth. And let's take a look at MSNBC's reporting on this just to give you a brief overview of what has unfolded. Let's go ahead and take a look.
I'm sorry. Let me stop right now because we do have this breaking news just coming in from Buckingham Palace. Queen Elizabeth II has died just hours after her doctor said they were concerned for her health. The 96-year-old Queen has been at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. Of course, we showed you her family traveling there to be by her side. The pictures you were looking at of members of the British public gathering at Buckingham Palace. Among the people with her at Balmoral, her 4 children, Andrew, Anne, Edward, and Charles, who is now officially king, automatically ascending to the throne upon the announcement of his mother's death. The Queen's grandson, Prince William, is also there. His brother, Prince Harry, we were told, was on his way. The Queen, of course, the longest reigning monarch in British history and one of the longest reigning ever. She had been on the throne for 70 years. She was last seen just 2 days ago in this photo with the new prime minister.
So there you have it, you guys. And our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to the royal family. They said she was the longest reigning monarch in England. That's pretty incredible, you guys. And also, again, our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to the family of Walter Wayburn. And you guys, that is the latest. I will be sure to keep you up to date as more information rolls out. I'll keep you up to speed on everything going on so that way you can stay up to date and you can be aware of everything taking place, have all the information you need to help out you and your family. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to take a quick second, smash the like button for me, helps out the channel a ton. Leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And also, like I said, Relief Roadmap coming out here for you very soon. But with that being said, you guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.